The Sphinx is considered the largest and most ancient statue in the world. However, a recent thorough study and analysis of ancient Egyptian history has indicated that there might have been up to two sphinxes located near the pyramids on the Giza Plateau. Have you ever thought that the Sphinx in Egypt today might have had another version? In fact, not only ancient Egyptians, but also Greeks, Romans, and Muslims mentioned this second Sphinx. They even believed it was destroyed around the year 1000 to 1200. Perhaps the mysterious Sphinx was buried under tons of sand and stone on the Giza Plateau, right next to the Sphinx that still stands today. One of the scholars proposing this hypothesis is Egyptologist Bassam al-Salman. He spent over a decade searching for the supposedly lost Sphinx statue. So, what did Salman base his belief on that there's another Sphinx on the Giza Plateau? First, look at the Sphinx of the Egyptian physician. This is quite unusual, and the Egyptian perspective aligns with Egyptian beliefs. That is the principle of duality. However, the entire basis cannot rely solely on the principle of duality with the Sphinx. This is a Sphinx corresponding to the Egyptian physician. This is a Sphinx corresponding to the Egyptian physician. Clearly, it's the principle of duality. However, the entire basis cannot rely solely on this principle to reach the controversial conclusion about the Sphinx. Al-Salman spent many years working to collect archaeological data, ancient drawings, and even an unusual satellite image provided by NASA. All seem to prove his hypothesis correct. Whenever studying ancient Egyptian sun worship, we should consider images of a pair of lions placed parallel and facing or turning their backs to each other, Al-Salman said. The Egyptologist also mentioned ancient Egyptian mythology, telling of the creator god Atum who gave birth to his son Shu and daughter Tefnut in the form of lions. There are many illustrative documents conveying this. Far, right at the foot of the current large Sphinx stands the Dream Stela. It clearly depicts two sphinxes, one male and one female. Additionally, Egyptians believed that at sunset, the sun would enter a tunnel underground and appear at the other end at dawn. Both ends of the tunnel were guarded by two gods, depicted as two separate lions or with merged tails, looking in opposite directions. Researcher Gary Cannon, co-author of Secrets about the Origin in the Second Sphinx, also believes that if Chinese people regard dogs as loyal guardian spirits, then ancient Egyptians placed pairs of lion statues at temple gates to protect these places from evil spirits. Moreover, Gary Cannon was very astute in noticing the differences between the two sphinxes on the stela. One side has masculine arms and the other possesses feminine features. Not only that, many other examples in ancient Egyptian mythology also describe a pair of lions as one male and one female. This left Gary puzzled because, according to ancient Egyptian belief, Aker and Khepri, the two lions symbolizing yesterday and today, were both considered male. Therefore, it's also possible that a statue was carved in the form of a sphinx. Besides the belief that there were originally two sphinxes located on the Giza Plateau, researchers discovered some other interesting things surrounding this structure. They concluded that these sphinxes must have been carved from natural stone, long before the desert sand covered the area, meaning the sphinxes must have been carved when this area had a temperate or fertile climate. Because when there's desert sand, statue carving cannot be conducted. And in fact, around over 10,000 years ago, the Sahara, the world's largest desert where Egypt is located, was once a lush grassland, instead of having the arid climate it has today. That was the earliest time the two sphinxes could have been created. But at that time, Egyptian civilization had not yet appeared. Therefore, these two sphinxes must belong to a prehistoric civilization predating ancient Egypt. They possessed advanced technology, far surpassing what humans have today. One thing that evolution theory supporters cannot explain. But what happened to this statue, causing it to no longer appear here? Based on ancient texts, Al-Sama believes a terrifying lightning bolt from thousands of years ago destroyed the statue. In addition to analyzing ancient texts, Al-Sama also received the latest image evidence from NASA. This is thanks to the United States Space Image Analysis System. This system can analyze the density of geological layers of the Giza Plateau and the location of the Sphinx statue. With that image, we can see right at the location where Al-Sama believes the second Sphinx statue once stood, there are traces of a structure. Al-Sama explains, this signal is usually received from a wavepipe with wavelengths ranging from 1 centimeter to 1 meter, equivalent to frequencies of about 300 MHz to 30 GHz. The returning echoes will be converted into images by digital equipment. It will create many pixels, each representing a specific location scanned by radar. Combined with my hypothesis, these images correspond to the location of the second Sphinx statue. Images from the El Diabo satellite published by NASA have also confirmed this discovery. It gives the impression that lightning destroyed the statue, Al-Sama added. And if we conduct excavations, we can find more evidence about the second Sphinx statue. Authors Graham Hancock and Robert Bouval also seem to agree with the existence of a second Sphinx statue on the Giza Plateau. Message from the Sphinx. After being published in newspapers, this idea received support from a comprehensive study spanning over a decade. And the only thing missing for Al-Sama is an excavation permit to help him prove whether or not there was a second Sphinx statue on the Giza Plateau more than 5,000 years ago. What do you think? With these reliable bases, will our researcher discover this mysterious statue? If so, perhaps it will bring humanity important information about ancient civilizations, especially those who built the great structures on this Giza Plateau. From my personal perspective, if the second Sphinx was actually hidden rather than destroyed by lightning, then there must be something the ancients wanted to conceal. As for you, feel free to share your opinion in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to the Shadow_Archives channel. For now, good luck. Subscribe to the Gian Migo channel so you don't miss exciting videos.